We packed up our stuff, said goodbye to our dog, went on our final walk, acquired our mascot, and finally found ourselves back at Great Ormond Street Hospital for the final leg of this journey. After being on Elephant Ward up until this point, this is the start of our journey in Fox Ward. For those who don't know us, this is me, Scott. This is my wife, Katie, and this is our son, Super Ted. We are the Bridge family, trying to get the most out of this rat race we all call life. On the 24th of February 2023, our whole world got turned upside down when we got told our 9-month-old son had been diagnosed with high-risk Aml Leukaemia. For anyone that doesn't know what that stands for, it's acute myeloid leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. Yes, I said it. Cancer. As you can imagine, life froze. Every parent's worst nightmare was happening right in front of our eyes. With childhood cancer happening more and more frequently across the world, we decided to document our journey from start to finish to raise awareness and give cancer within children the exposure it deserves. We hope these videos give people a raw, detailed insight into what's involved, the treatment, the day-to-day hospital life, the emotions that come with having a child with cancer. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as we take you along on this whirlwind of a journey to save our son's life. And remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. So if you're interested in following our journey, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can stick with us on this battle against cancer.
Our new home for a couple of months. This is where we're going to beat it, mate. This is where we shall beat cancer.
After travelling 51 miles, we finally made it onto Fox Ward, and it was time to unpack our life and try to make it feel like home for the final time.
Wowee, what a start. This is our room for the next 2 to 3 months with this little monster. I feel a little bit more at ease now we're in the room, just because there's so many if buts and maybes about what's the room going to look like, is it going to be okay, is it going to be clean and stuff, and now all of those worries are eradicated because it is lovely and clean. It's big enough for him to crawl around. That is our little camp bed, which is solid as a rock, but good job we're doing it every other night, hey? He has just had all his observations done, which is blood pressure, oxygen saturation and his temperature, which are all fine. He then had a nose swab, a mouth swab and an MPA, which is where they suck some bogies from his nose, which basically all tests and baseline tests to see if he is carrying any infections or anything like that when he enters the isolation. But yeah, it's really emotional, really sad, the fact that he has taken his last breath of fresh air out there for the next couple of months, because he will be staying in this room for the next, until he gets out of here, basically, which is crazy, absolutely crazy, but it's what is needed to get you out of here long term, isn't it? I love you, mate, you're doing amazing, and we will look after you. So we are finally settled in our room. He's comfortable, he's doing really well. Haven't had a few checks done so far, but yeah, we have everything shipped in from the car in place for the next few months, and this place is where we're going to be calling home. So yeah, let the journey start here. It means the world that you're all following us and supporting us on this journey, because your strength bleeds into our strength and our strength bleeds into Teddy. First oral med back in. Gosh, how are we going to get on? What's different colours than one we have at home? Big boy, big strong boy. Well done. Top man, well done. High five. We are now on day 2 of week 1 of bone marrow, and yeah, we're excited to get this whole journey underway now. And you're joining me at the flat, which is an accommodation where one of us is staying overnight. because you can't both stay in the hospital overnight. So, but I've got myself my morning shake, and yeah, I just wanted to show you something that my sister and Katie's sister have created and given to Teddy to get him through this bone marrow transplant. It's absolutely amazing. So this is their incredibly thoughtful present that they've given to us and Teddy. We have, I can't remember how many days there are, but whatever the estimated amount of days is that we're meant to be in bone marrow, they've done a bag for each day with a small toy or gift in to help pass the time within the hospital, because he's going to be in isolation. But how amazingly thoughtful is that? We've literally got 3 bags full of little mini toys, and yeah, so I've actually got number 1 in my bag today to take to the hospital, as today is the first day. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because we were so overwhelmed at how thoughtful that is and the effort that's gone into this. But yeah, so to Hayley and Rosie, if you're watching, massive thank you. How incredible is that? But yeah, now my shake is done, it's time to head over to the hospital. But if you are new to the channel, then we really appreciate you following our journey with us, because the support that we're getting from behind the scenes is what really keeps us going. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the like button, comment below any questions you have about this whole journey, because we're doing this to raise awareness and just be a part of a community that helps support us and, as I said, raise awareness that what it's like to have a child with leukemia. So yeah, but here we go, day 1, let's go. And I'm looking forward to seeing my little baby boy, because the 12 hours that I've been away is too long. Another day in paradise. Let's go. Hey, Bobby. Dada. Can Daddy have a cuddle? What have you seen? A snack? Missed you, mate. So we have day 1. A little package from Hayley and Rosie. What we got here, Teds? Yeah, Ted, look. Being scared means you're about to do something really brave. So we have had a bit of a turn for the books. What's that, mate? The doctors have just come in and basically said that because he's only having 1 IV medication, that if we are happy to isolate him at home, i.e. the flat, then we can all go back there for the next 2 days and just come in for our IV medication. So we are now packing up a little small suitcase to head home tonight, sleep at the flat, and back in the morning. We'll basically get each day just to enjoy at the flat, which is nice. But just giving him his dinner, he's got an hour's worth of IV medication, and then we can go home tonight. Now this sounds like we could be being quite irresponsible by taking him out the isolation room, but there isn't actually much going on apart from his 2 IV medications he has in the morning and in the evening, which is only for an hour each. They're not really doing any observations or anything like that. All of like the serious rules and kind of precautions they take through BMT haven't even come into place yet. So we've made the decision that we can go and isolate him back at home just as safely as we can in the hospital, which, when opportunities arise like this to spend 2 more nights together, bear in mind we're not going to have that for months, or a couple of months hopefully, is amazing. So he's currently having his evening IV medication now, and yeah, then we're going to head back to the flat. So it's certainly put a smile on my face knowing that I can see him crawling around tomorrow morning around the flat happy rather than be stressed out in hospital. So yeah, that's a small win in my books. I'm sure you're thinking, why did we come up on Monday anyway? But we had to come up on Monday because the fact that they needed to check that he had no infections. So that when we first initially got there, we had an MPE, which is a nose suction of mucus. We had a mouth swab, a nose swab, which all got sent off for testing to basically see if he has any infections. But today they all came back clear. So they said as long as you come back for your IV medications in the morning and the evening, you can go and spend 2 days at home. So that is the reason why they're allowing us to do that. And then Thursday we get admitted in full time, and that's when the process starts. So all in all, big win for us, and we're going to go and spend 2 days worth of family time before this whole journey really starts. Quick, Ted, run!
It's a cool hard wind outside my window.
Good morning, my little cubby. We all got back and had a really early night last night just to refresh, so we're ready to play and fully charged. Hey mate, but we are getting ready to go in for his IV meds, and then we are back to the flat to chill, isolate and play. Hey, say bye bye. You back at hospital? Quickly have your IV meds and then we go home and play. Yay! High five. Drop them off for the hospital. Now I'm going to go and park the car and then join them back in the hospital with a coffee, because yeah, we need to kick up the arse this morning, even though we had a really early night and was so chilled. But it's yeah, sometimes you need that bit of caffeine to start your day, so that's how we're going to start ours. Iced coffees acquired. Now to the hospital. Getting hungry for your breakfast. You're doing good, look at that. We're 32 minutes into our IV. Mummy's going to get your breakfast. High five. Love you. Mwah. Gotta get used to this journey. Outside shoes on, off, hospital shoes on. We got a little taster yesterday of how hard it was going to be to have Teddy in that cot with lines constantly running through him, because all he wants to do is move, and then if he moves, the line moves and pulls it out, which is attached to his heart here. So we come out with a plan that at least if there are any hour-long infusions like today, if you just pop him in here, we're actually going to factor in his breakfast now as well. A, the line's out of sight so he doesn't want to pull it, but B, it kind of occupies him to one area. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour of what the kitchens look like in Fox ward. So Fox and Robin are both the BMT wards, and there is one kitchen on Fox and one kitchen on Robin. And the kitchen on Robin is the parent kitchen, so that's where we cook and store all our food. And the one on Fox, which is this one, is the patient's kitchen. So it all has some fruit that you can have, some crisps and nuts. Not nuts, sorry, you're not allowed nuts, absolutely not allowed nuts. But coffees, but yeah, it's pretty, everyone gets their own tray. There's Teddy's with nothing in. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. Just got a microwave, toaster, hot water, and a few basic amenities. Oh yeah? Oh okay, that's interesting. This is the noise which you have to listen to constantly in the hospital room, and through the night is just hell, and it gets even louder and quicker if you don't attend to it. We were one of those parents that said that we would never put a TV in front of them only unless he needed it, but my God has things changed. Pick your battles in hospital, that's for sure. That is the IV meds done. Time to head back to the flat, looking like a helmet. Oh Ted, what are you doing in the suitcase, mate? You're packing up, we're going on holiday, we're leaving on a jet plane. Ted, look at your hair. I'm gonna have to give you a ponytail soon, mate. I have to go to the barbers. It's getting out of control. Here we go again, Ted. Back in for your IV meds. Here's some of the
medications and cleaning stuff we will need. This is all his mouth care, bum care, bathing daily, medicines. So all becoming real, and it all starts tomorrow. So Teddy's just having his evening IV medication, and they just told us from his MPE he had on Monday.
Look who's back, Dr. Teddy's important information. An MPA suction is where they insert a small plastic tube up one of the nostrils and suck out some mucus into some water to be sent for testing for any viruses or infections. The procedure takes a matter of seconds but can be quite uncomfortable.
That he's got a couple of viruses in his stool, which isn't a great problem at the minute, but it could be a problem. So it's something that they need to monitor through when the chemotherapy starts, because it could lead to other issues. So they said they're not going to delay the bone marrow transplant, but it's something that we need to be cautious of.
So Teddy is having his ganciclovir IV going in today. He's had it for the last couple of days. It is an antiviral drug that they're giving him. After Teddy's first round of chemotherapy, he had a flare-up of the HHV6 virus.
HH6 virus stands for human herpes virus. The virus infects approximately 70% of children by the age of 3 and often results in a fever, diarrhea and sometimes with a rash. A lot of the time the virus can lay dormant in the body with no issue, but with that being said, it can rear its head at any moment if it isn't monitored, especially during treatment.
Nasty rash, swollen face, high temperatures for 10 days straight, and he was requiring wafting oxygen support. We'll put a picture up now so you can see what he looked like then. His bloods are showing that he still has active HHV6 virus in the blood with a CT value of 32, so it's not too active at the minute, but it's there. So this is a precautionary antiviral in hope that it does not flare up again during transplant. They can't give this drug during transplant, so it's a sort of pre-transplant precaution. So yeah, fingers crossed it does not flare up again.
You're reading us a story, Teds? You're reading backwards. All done? All done? Where's your nose? Where's your ears? Where's your eyes? I'm glad all that teaching's gone down, Bob. You ready to go home? Or back to the flat? Go, yeah, 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 yeah. That buzzer can... Tell him, Ted. Say, stop that buzzing. This is it. This is our last night all together in the flat before we all go into hospital tomorrow.
One more sleep.
Yeah. You're gonna go for it, mate. You're all gonna go and hit it hard.
Ready? Yeah.
Go, yeah.
Yeah.
Time to beat cancer. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good morning, trouble. Today's the day. Today's the day we go and beat cancer. Let's go, Super Ted.
Another day in paradise. But today's a good day because we start our journey officially into BMT. Chemo hopefully goes in today. And more MPA testing and swabs just to check that his viruses haven't got into his blood. But it all starts here. Let's go. I know we moved back to London on Monday now, and we're now on Thursday. Those same nerves, those same billions of butterflies are firmly in my stomach. And yeah, it's a weird old feeling, but I don't think they can extend it anymore today. Now the bone marrow transplant is happening and we've got some lovely weather for it, but yeah, so I'm sure all the anxiety will settle once we get in and have answers to the many unknown questions about what the chemotherapy is going to be like. Is it run over 2 hours, 1 hour, 4 hours? Is he going to react to it? All these different things will be answered. But yeah, he's got a rotten cold as well at the minute, so I hope that doesn't hinder him. But we shall see, we shall see. But let's get our teeth stuck into this. And now it really is time to save our son's life. But as always, we appreciate all you guys watching and supporting us through this journey on YouTube. It would be a lot harder without you, because all your support that comes on a daily basis is very much needed, and sometimes it's the pick me up to get us through that day. So thank you.
Wasting this time that I borrowed, running too fast for the sun, and my eyes, they still burn for tomorrow. Wanna come alive. I'm keeping up.
You have to fight through some bad days to reach the best days of your life.
I see it. Why I'm alive.
We have had, finally, Teddy's protocols come through. They needed to change a few things because of his HHV6 and the adenovirus that he has got at the moment. So initially when Teddy was having a adult donor, he was meant to have about 12 days of conditioning, and then the 12th day was going to be the cell transplant day. It's actually changed now, so his conditioning lasts 7 days, and then he has a rest day, and then on the 8th day, which actually casts day 0, they actually count backwards, it's transplant day, so it works out as a lot shorter period between now and transplant. So what we have is today, which is day -8, which is prep medicine, so just a few things to try and prep his body before chemotherapy, so things like anti-sickness and stuff will go in today. His chemotherapy starts tomorrow, which is day -7, and lasts for 6 days, and then on the day -1, the day before transplant, he has a rest day, and then day 0 is transplant day. There's a million different drugs that they put in, as well as the chemotherapies, to try and avoid and prevent any problems. So I'm not going to go through them all now. I will go through them in more depth daily.
He woke up at, I don't know, 6:20, and within 10 minutes the day has started. Meds are in, lines are on, and like today is the start of chemo day, so yeah, you don't even really get time to just get his milk in him, unwind, watch some TV with him, have a cuddle. It's go, 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 go. The minute you're up, they're ready. They're in taking observations, setting the medications up. There's a lot to do. I haven't even had a chance to brush my teeth, get a coffee, or even get changed yet, so
I've got an idea for you, mate. Stop waffling and go and get changed. Cue fresh outfit that looks exactly the same as the one I was wearing before. 3, 2, 1.
we had a nurse come in yesterday who told us all the protocols and procedures of what our treatment plan is over the next few months, shall we say. It all starts today, and we're going to take you guys along with us. So it gives you a little understanding of what it's like to have a child with leukemia and how they deal with it, treat with it, and yeah, and if you've seen the video so far. As you'll know, we are in bone marrow transplant stage of this process. We've done 2 rounds of chemo, and this hopefully will be the last stage and final piece to the puzzle. Once again, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, click like. Any comments or questions you've got, whack them in the comments below, and we'll try and get back to them as soon as we can. But yeah, it's amazing that we get to have the opportunity to share our journey and raise awareness to what it really is like and the true raw footage of what we are going through as a family with our son Teddy. So thank you for all your support as always. And our passing message from myself, Katie and Super Ted: live for today, as tomorrow is never promised.